Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Code Paneer. Today in this video we will be talking about some rules for naming the variables, which is tutorial number 6 in the series of basics of C programming. So let's start. So as we have discussed the concept involved behind the variables, that what are variables and what does it actually mean when we say int var equals to 0 and then semicolon, what happens. So we all understood the concept behind variables. Now we will see that how to assign a name for variables. That means how to name a variable. There are some kind of rules in the C program which needs to be followed in order to name any variable. If you will not follow these rules, then you will face error, which we will see in the Visual Studio Code to have a better understanding on this video. So let's start as of now. So what are the rules? You can include the following in the variable names. So I am going to tell some points that you should keep in mind whenever you want to name a variable. So what is the first point here? First point is that you can include underscore in your variable name. You can have capital letters A to Z in your variable name. You can have small letters starting from A to Z in your variable name, and also you can have digits from 0 to 9 in your variable name. So all these you can include if you want to name any variable. You can include underscore, capital letters, small letters, and digits. So second point says is that no special characters should be there other than underscore, as underscore is a special character. Some special characters are asterisk, and percent. All these are special characters, but the problem is that you cannot use those special characters except this underscore. If you will use something else instead of underscore, then you will face error in the terminal, which we'll see in the Visual Studio Code. So next thing is that blank spaces are not allowed. So if you are naming a variable or declaring a variable, then the name of the variable should be such that it does not include any blank spaces, otherwise it will again throw an error. What next point says is that commas are not allowed. So commas are also not allowed in between the name of the variable. And initial character or first character should be alphabet or underscore. So suppose you have some name, so the first letter of that name should start either with alphabet or with underscore. It should not start with digits. So to make it clear, we will go to the Visual Studio Code and see and understand it better. What is the next point? Variable names should not be from the reserved or keywords in the C. So what are reserved keywords? Reserved keywords are those words which are already present in the header file stdio.h. Some are int, printf, scanf, char, float, include, return. So these all are already included in the C library. So you cannot use these names as your variable name. If you will do so, then you will again face error. So by knowing all these rules, we will go to Visual Studio Code and apply all these rules and see whether we are now able to write a good name or valid name or not. So move to the Visual Studio Code. So here we have tutorial number 5. We will make new tutorial, which will be tutorial number 6.c. Now we will see that how to declare a variable. Okay, how to declare the variable and what are the valid names of the variable. So first we will see this. We'll write the code. Basically it is stdio.h file has been included, starting the main function, then declaring the variable. Now suppose you want to declare a variable whose name is var, as we have done earlier tutorials also, and then assign the value of var as a 10 and then try to print the value. It is %d and var, and then say everything went fine, then return 0. Now let's save this code and try to compile in the new terminal, and let's see the output. So gcc tutorial dot 6, sorry, 6 dot c, oh, I have written the name wrong, dot c. Okay, it has compiled. Now we will execute this code, which will be done by extracting exe file. Okay, a.exe. It is taking some time. So here you can see that the 10 value has been printed. As of now, there is no error in the terminal. That means this variable name is valid, because we we have not included such a thing that can make error in the variable name. That means this variable name is valid. If you will change this variable name, suppose you want to try with underscore var, okay, then again you have to change here also, underscore var, and then again here also underscore var. Okay, then save this and try to compile in the terminal. Then what you will find, that it will compile successfully and it will give the same output, which will be 10. Okay, fine. So this is also valid name. If you want to print like this, you, as I have told in the previous slide, that the variable name should not start with digit, or either it should only start with either alphabet or either underscore. So we have seen that we have started with alphabet and underscore also. Now we will see that what happens when we name this variable starting with a digit, suppose 9. So our variable name is 9 var. Let's try to compile this also and see what's the output. So here we'll go to the code terminal and try to compile. So you can see that here error is coming. What type of error? Invalid suffix var on integer constant. It is saying that this name is not valid. So if you will, so you can see that this name is not valid. And if you again want to use the keywords or reserve words as variable, then you can see it will again throw an error. Okay, okay, let's try it. Let's save this code and try compiling it. So you can see so much error. Okay, so we cannot use these reserved keywords in our variable name. And one more thing is that, as C language is a case sensitive, so we can use capital I instead of this. Now it will work, because this int starting with capital I is different from this int. Now this is not no more reserved keyword in the C library, so it will give same output. So this is also a valid name. Now if you will put some other special characters like and percent var. Okay, now let's try it. Sorry, percent var. Okay, let's try it doing percent var. Save this code and compile here. You can see again error came. Okay, so we cannot use any special characters except underscore here. Okay, that's how we declare the names. Just keep in mind the rules to that how we should name the variables, then you will be done. So that's it for today. In this video we have talked about all the rules that were involved in giving name to a variable. I hope that you like this video, so please share and subscribe the channel. We will meet again in the next video, which will be on uh, data types, and we will understand in detail about data types. So that's it for today. Thanks and Jai Hind.